All right, for your final option, this one is your tree doesn't matter. So, sticking in the lane of multiculturalism and how we impact different cultures around us. And this one kind of explores a sad one where it's kind of like majority rules, and it's in the globe's best interest that we may have just did something. So, a couple of examples that pop into my mind and why we talk about this were like, for example, the Amazon rainforest. Through a lot of excessive logging for raw materials that, a lot of countries need for energy and for home production and for building production, they have cut deals with the governments in charge that are overseeing the Amazon rainforest, and there has been a lot of deforestation of what was historically sacred land. But through the generations, through hands changing, through different governments, that sacredness kind of erodes a little bit, and it becomes kind of public domain. So this kind of explores that right here. This one has simple instructions. You are going to explore a case study. And the case study that I'm going to give you is about the sycamore tree. So this was a pretty big one. Let me turn it up. Let me turn it on. Let me click over. So the sycamore gap tree. So I'm going to date myself here because I remember when this movie came out. There was this scene right here is very famous from the movie Robin Hood. And this tree has existed in this spot for hundreds of years. Well, a couple of guys came and cut it down. Look at that. Can you just look how thick that is? It's gone. So someone came and just cut it down. It's gone. So that's the movie it was from. You could watch that. I can't play it. So this one kind of explores this case study. In this situation, it was considered vandalism because this is a historical site that it actually belonged to the National Trust at the time. But, the people do have a reason why. They offer a reason why they did it. And they say, it's just a tree. It's just a tree. Your heritage means nothing. It's just a tree. And that's the point they were trying to make, is that there's too much reflection on the past and how perfect it was. And, and there's no attention put on the present, where there was a lot of people who were economically suffering. And there's so much attention back there that there's none right here. And this was kind of what they were saying. We kind of see this when we see the Stop Oil people, when they, they're like, there's so much attention on these buildings and these artworks, but there's no attention on our current planet, our current situation. Another case study I might throw out there for you is the Alaska pipeline. This one comes up quite a bit. We need oil, we need gas, we need power, we need electricity, we need all of this stuff to keep us going is the argument. But can we call public domain on what is considered sacred land to other people because we need it? So that's kind of what this one explores. This option explores how through the needs of others, a culture might be impeded upon. We may need the raw minerals that are in your ground. We may need something you have that you're not willing to give. How far can one culture kind of impose itself on another culture for what they claim is for the greater good? So this one is another analytical one where you are kind of just investigating what happened here and maybe comparing it to other examples that you've heard of in similar situations. It just kind of weighed in. Like, do you agree, look, tradition is tradition, but we've got to live in the present? Or do you believe that it's sacred for a reason, and if we remove all sacredness from the planet, what's left? So there's two ideologies going on here. So this one you're just going to kind of weigh in on. I've given you some stuff here to kind of bounce through your mind and help you articulate what you want to say. Of course, if you want to talk it out, you can let me know. So good luck with this one. It's an interesting one.